It looks like Nightdive Studios is at it again. Not long after Rise of the Triad Ludicrous Edition had come out, Quake II would soon be remastered and announced on the first day of QuakeCon 2023. It's funny because me and some friends were expecting something big last year, like a Quake reboot, but it was met with three-wave capture the flag for the Quake remaster. However, leading to this year's QuakeCon, rumors of a possible remaster sprung up when it appeared to be rated in South Korea. And the rumors ended up coming true, as I stayed up with a messed up sleep schedule waiting for the announcement to come out. And I got the update a minute or two after QuakeCon went live. So I went ahead and installed it, and thus I immediately went to multiplayer because let's face it, all 4 Quake games had good multiplayer in their own right. And as expected, on the first day it comes out, it is crowded with lobbies, and it still is during the making of this video. So I went ahead and fragged some people with, you know, rocket launchers and railguns before going to bed to shift hours. Now, as somebody who didn't seem to enjoy Quake 2 as much as the first game, I thought about doing another playthrough because I've heard and noticed some changes to the core gameplay. So I did. And interesting to say, they overhauled the experience. One thing I've noticed right away is the faster weapon switching, which is nice to have since some people out there wasn't a fan of how slow it is to switch weapons in the original. Then again, I have practically stomached the original weapon switching, but hey, it's nice to have. Although, I do wonder if they'll have an option to restore the original weapon switching as a toggle or modifier in the future. And apparently I've noticed that some of the enemies had different attacks, adding a bit of the flavor to combat. Not only that, but I do recall hearing from some that the enemies are a bit more aggressive compared to the original, which is interesting. Now, there is one addition I liked, and that was bringing back the muzzle flashes, as the original did not have any, and the only iteration of Quake II that had it was the Nintendo 64 port. So I'm glad it was brought back for the remaster. The remastered also did receive higher quality remade cutscenes, with the ability to have subtitles, which is very nice to have. Another interesting change I've noticed is the start level got extended a bit, because I've noticed there are some areas that weren't in the original. I do wonder if this is just something cut out from the original, or if it's just something that Nightdive themselves added in. Other than that, it's a nice addition. Not only that, it also appears that the levels themselves got some refinement as well, with more detail and fog. Meanwhile, I do like that they brought in a compass item that helps you get to the right direction when you're lost. I feel like it's something that most remasters should have in the future for games like these, because I feel like not everybody is good at memorizing where to go. And with the game's level design, it felt a bit samey. That aside, I'm not going to lie, I did seem to enjoy this a bit more than the original. So much so that I went straight to Quake II 64 soon after completing the base game. I do hope to get the mission pack achievements in the future. Speaking of, not only receive the base game, but you can play the first 2 mission packs and Call of the Machine, a new add-on by Machine Games. Quake II 64 is also there as a bonus, but however, it does seem that the PlayStation levels are absent. Hopefully, they'll be included in a future patch perhaps. Not only the mission packs are included, but the multiplayer maps for it were included as well, extending the roster of maps to play, from the original 8 deathmatch maps to even Quake II 64's deathmatch maps. Quake II 64 does not have crowd. But not only we have deathmatch, if you want to team up against each other, then this remaster has team deathmatch and capture the flag. So remember to prepare your grapple hooks for that. But if you just want to play through the game with a friend, then there's co-op as well. So have fun with that. I know I certainly did when I played some Call of the Machine co-op with a friend or two. Now, I do plan to cover the original Quake II in the future alongside its mission pack, so stick around for that in the future. Alright, that about wraps up this impression video. But before I go, it's also to my surprise that they managed to sneak in some prototype levels that you can play as a bonus. Plus there's some other things to look at, like the ECTS 1997 footage from around a few months before the game came out. So what's your Quake II memories about? I would like to hear them in the comment section down below. Anyway, I'm going to play the add-ons, and until next time, peace out.